time. I've never prepared a written document where I read from in this meeting. I've been here for 5 years, but I'm going to do it today. I do want to recognize the fact that we lost Ralph Frazier last week. He was one of the last living members of the first three African-American undergrads who came here. He died last week. Three brothers from Durham were the first three admitted African-Americans admitted to our school back in 1955. But they had to file a lawsuit against the Board of Trustees to be able to do that. So just to give some context, but on Monday, May 13, 2024, UNC's, our board convened to discuss the approval or disapproval of the all funds budget. Spearheaded by our CFO, Nate Knuffman, the proposed budget was meticulously crafted by the administration. Board members, alongside numerous collaborators, invested extensive hours and energy with the administration to refine the budget's intricacies. Subsequently, the finalized proposal was presented to the Board of Trustees for their deliberation and vote. Instead of having an up or down vote, a motion was presented to remove $2.3 million established for DEI programs and to reallocate those savings to resources for public safety. This motion was the first I had ever heard of such a change to the budget. Regrettably, I missed the majority of the budget meeting. At the time of the vote, I felt uneasy about making a decision without having been present for much of the initial discussion. As a result, I chose not to cast my vote either in favor of or against the motion to defund DEI. I have since thoroughly reviewed the recording of the proceedings, and after considering the matter thoroughly, I am totally against the changes to the budget proposed on May 13th, and I have several reasons for my beliefs on this point. First, as I articulated in our last meeting on March 27th, I believe our board should refrain from changing our DEI programs until the Board of Governors adopts the new policy and promulgates the guidelines for implementation, which it has not yet done. Second, if the Board of Governors Committee's recommendations on DEI are adopted by the full Board of Governors next week or some other time, the directive will be, if it's the committee's recommendation, will be to direct any savings from cuts to DEI to student success and well-being initiatives. Therefore, I'm concerned that the Board of Trustees' decision to reallocate savings to the public safety will be in direct conflict with the potential directive from the Board of Governors. As much as I agree with our board that we need to adequately fund our public safety team, we must be consistent with the policy of the Board of Governors. The proposed Board of Governor policy does not require the complete elimination of DEI programs, but calls for changes to be made, and those changes to be determined by the chancellor of each school. Third, as a result of the actions of the board on May 13th, DEI funding was withdrawn without hearing from proponents of DEI, who are most aware of all that DEI encompasses and all of the benefits that are offered to our student body and faculty when implemented effectively. UNC's DEI programs oversee a wide range of activities on our campus, and I believe they are necessary on our campus. Fourth, and finally, while many would agree that some DEI efforts have become problematic and excessive, I've seen them myself, the fundamental principles of DEI and the ongoing need for development and support for the core of DEI principles are still key to the success of our campus. The Board of Trustees directed to do away with DEI entirely goes too far and beyond what the Board of Governors is likely going to require. And then this recent action, coupled with other policy changes and resolutions made by this board, I believe sends the wrong message to our students, prospective students, and alumni regarding how UNC values and treats diverse populations on our campus. Fortunately, as we heard from our chancellor this morning, in spite of this action that we have taken, the issue of how UNC Chapel Hill handles its efforts on diversity will ultimately be determined by our interim chancellor. I trust that he will await clarification from the Board of Governors regarding its DEI policy, as he said he would this morning, and also hope that he will adhere to its directives while thoroughly examining the matter, listening to all perspectives, and ultimately making an informed decision. It's undoubtedly a challenging task, but I pray he approaches the changes to our DEI program with precision, using a scalpel and not a machete. Given his track record so far, I am optimistic that this will indeed be the approach that he takes. Thanks for letting me do that.